So the first of these exercises, the first thing I want you to do is just soften your knees. This was one of the, it seems like the most simplest point, but when I was looking around the dojo when we were up in Denmark, it was like the least done part of the exercise. So the knees have to stay soft. So the first one is your hand just goes out from your body at a 45-degree angle. But if you watch as I do it, you'll see that the lower part of my body is moving as well. So I haven't locked up down here and gone like this. I'm letting natural movement happen in the body. Yeah? Just out 45 degrees. Yeah. Okay, so left side first, yeah? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach. Okay, so the next one is, I'll start with my right hand. Right hand will touch my left shoulder and turn to the right and point and then drop. So when the hand drops, it's not just a hand dropping, I'm dropping my center as well. And left hand to right shoulder and out, and then drop. You'll notice that there's an action happening here that's kind of calling the movement into place. I'm not standing again rigid doing this, but letting the whole body call the motion. Go to the left again. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach. Okay, the next one is relatively easy. But I had some comments in Denmark about it, so I'll talk through it a bit better. So the right hand will just stretch up and drop. Now the important thing is, when the right hand goes up, the weight doesn't drift onto the right foot. So the left foot has to keep pressure down as the right foot goes up. So if you imagine you're stretching from your left foot to your right hand, and it's falling, and then your right foot up into your left hand. So this is the cross of the body. So we're stretching these 2 points apart from each other as far as we possibly can in our minds. Yeah. So whatever you do when you throw your right hand up, don't go over onto your right foot. Stay on your left foot. Okay, we'll start with the left hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach. Okay, so the next one is very similar to the first one, but this time the hand will go 45 degrees out. Okay, here. And drop, and then here, drop, here, and out, and drop. Remember, when you're dropping, you're not just letting your hand fall. It's got to be this sensation of everything falling. That's why the knees have to stay soft. So it's here, drop, here, drop, here. And the other thing that's really important about this is if you let this hand drop, that will happen. So the drop of the hand when it's out here at 45 degrees has to happen from the center. So you drop yourself. So 1, 2, if I just let this hand drop, if I was to put a 3 kilo dumbbell in this hand, if this dropped, my left foot on this side would probably want to come up. It would create a lever. So what I want to do is when this is here, is if I had that 3 kilos in here and I dropped my center, it would create a pendulum effect and it would fall back towards the centre rather than a lever effect of pulling me out of the ground. So that's really important, that you're not just letting this happen. And even with no weight in your hand, some part of your body is stiffening and compensating for that fall if you're staying straight. So you want to try to control that action by utilising the centre of your body to call the hand back rather than just letting it fall and some tension being created. Okay. So start left again, yeah. So ich, ni, san, chi, go, rock, shich, touch, ni, san, chi, go, rock, shich, touch. Okay, I'll show you the next one first and then I'll explain to you what's happening. So the hands are doing this and then the hands are doing this. So we're winding and the hands go, so this isn't udamawashi, the hands are not going out to the side. What's happening is my hands are actually going back here and the hands are going up here. So as these two actions are taking place, I'm practicing within my body the action of Aiki Age, up, and Aiki Sage, down. So when I wind in this direction, my knees are slightly coming inwards, and my hara is soft and falling, and my chin is going out a little bit. Because I'm trying to pull down into this front channel. Everything's falling right between my toes. So don't stick your chin out so much that your bum goes out the opposite direction to compensate for it. Yeah, we're not doing this. It's just enough to allow the spine to relax slightly. Yeah. The other one, Aiki Age, up, means the shoulders are back and seated. So the shoulder blades are seated. And the chin is pulled in and the weight will slightly drift towards the heels. Not so much, so this was what I was getting when we were in Denmark, so people were doing this. I'm not doing that. So see how leaning back I am? I'm not creating tension. So it's here, it's up. And so as the shoulders come back, I stretch up here and pull the chin in, but not to the point where I'm leaning back like this. So at no point in time within these actions am I leaning. The chin goes out without the head going forward. So you want to try to keep the Shinbai Shira straight. So there's a limit to how much the movement can happen before you start to feel like you've got tension in your body that is compensating for the fact that you're slightly off balance. So if you have some fine-tuning mechanism in your body, you'll feel it. For me, it's once I'm there, I can already feel my shoulder blades and my bum muscles starting to fire to stop me from going backwards. Yeah, and forwards, it's here where the muscles on the inside of my legs are holding me. But any further forward, and I start to feel the tendons in the front of my knees starting to fire to want to hold me. So they're the limits of action. And anything past those, the tension in the body will mean that you'll have to use physical strength to complete the technique. Yeah, so we're working within a range of motion that is quite limited, but because the body can move in multiple directions, it's not as limited as it might seem when you're first looking at it. Okay. So we'll start by going down. So the arms will rotate inwards. Yep. So itch. Yep. Okay. Itch. Ni, san, chi, go, rock, shich, touch, ni, san, chi, go, rock, shich, touch. Okay. The one that I found everybody was struggling with with is the down, because we're so used to doing seated kokuho, and we do Aikido when we're doing seated kokuho, and it's quite familiar to us. But the down one, if you're getting the body movement right, it doesn't take strength. It's very. How many Jo do you have? So if I'm here and I try to push down, if I'm using my strength to try to move it, what's starting to happen is if I put a lot of pressure on, I'm starting to pull myself out of the ground. And then I start to do this, and it's all tense. So what I want you to do is put your hands, just the tips of your fingers on the Jo here, and still hold. And then from here, keep your body quite erect, soften your knees and your ankles, soften your belly, let your chin come out. And he starts to come towards me. And the coming towards me is quite a familiar action, because if I do Aiki Age, he still comes towards me. So this is part of that sensation of in Ryoku, the power of attraction. Yeah? Grab a stick and a partner, garuk. So what we're going to do now is the uke is going to walk towards me. Just walk. And I'm going to put my hand just here. And then when I touch, I'm just going to let my hand just gently drop. So here. See this relationship? I'm still looking at him. I'm not like this, looking up at the roof, wondering about what's for dinner, or why there's some bloody Aussie guy all the way over the world, or anything like that. I'm with my partner here. He makes contact, staying with him until I can't stand up anymore. I'm not doing this. We're staying together, connected the whole time. This isn't hard. I'm not like trying to smack Mitzi into the floor. I'm just touching. So we're starting to form, at this moment, we're forming a relationship. So just really slowly. It's not, and don't think I've got to do a backwards roll. This is just an exercise in connection. So just walk through until you feel that you can't walk through anymore. And just lay down and keep your attention at the person that just put their hand on you. Instead of thinking, oh, hang on a minute, I just tucked my knee, I've got to roll backwards over my head. Don't need to. Need to keep connection. Okay? Just nice and slowly. So now, together. This, together, together. Seems like this, right? Our centres stay together. So I'm not doing this. Moving in unison. Here. Connection. Good. So try to get your sternum and your partner's sternum together. Yeah? You don't have to do a forward roll, but just the original he's just put his knee down. He didn't try to roll over his shoulder. But we stayed all the way through with each other. Yeah? Alright, have a try. Now, you notice when I'm moving the movement, and I get to here, and Mitsuki doesn't fall over, I don't go, you should fall over. Yes? It depends on him. If he's static and not giving me any energy, then here, all the energy he has to dissipate is that much. Right? But if he's carrying forward momentum and I do this, then he's got that much energy to dissipate. So don't force the technique, don't force the movement, it's unnecessary. Don't do anything that feels unnatural. Enough. His energy, not my energy. Anyway, nice and slowly. Now I played with this a bit up with the northerners. So we've done the basic form as Sensei would have taught it. Yeah? So here. This is the basic form. But I want to stretch you a little bit in your understanding of what happened in that interaction. So, hey. Just get back into it. Now, in no time did I do this, because I wanted to fall over. Yeah. You can't oppose the person's energy. Not ever. Even here, I want to throw him. No, I'm going to move with him. I'm going to move myself this way. And suddenly his bum is going to end up there and his head is going to stay here. But I'm not doing this either, but I'm going, I'm leading you. You like to be led. Here's my hand. Here. Still connected. Still connected. No. So try to find that feeling with yourself and your partner. Opposite hand, that's there. So what's this arm? What do you think this arm is doing? Nothing. If he's doing Kosekata Tori, where's his mind? So I keep his mind and my intention with his mind. The moment I bring my energy to this arm, he collides with it. So here, and this, and I go throat, collision, and you can play with it. Mind here, mind here. Oh, he fell over. That's a really good example of what happens when you start to oppose a person. Just slowly. Here, here, with him, against him. Stop. Yeah? Because his line of intent is here. His key is going there. And I'm stopping. I'm putting all my energy into trying to throw him instead of with him. With him. With him. With him. You can't oppose the person. It's not Aikido anymore. It's not oppositional. You have to find a way to understand this. So when I was doing Katate Tori, I was putting this hand on here because what I was doing was my finger was representing his line of force. He's going there. So I need to stay there. Not at any point in time can I go here. Always. It's a fetish. With him. With the person. Together. These seminars, I had a lot of time to think about what I was going to do because of COVID. So you're getting a whole heap of crap dumped on you. And I decided that I want to challenge every concept that you think that you have of what Aikido is. We're going to flip the script. By the end of it, you're going to understand that the person that creates the conflict has to resolve it. It can't be resolved by some kind of superior being. The person that creates the conflict resolves it. So the Ukei's job, if they are the ones that create the conflict, it's their job to fix it. Not your job to do something to them, their job to fix it. So that mental attitude has to change. Also, you can never oppose the person's mind or their line of intent. So sometimes you have to give up to win. It's also really hard. Anyway, now you can go and eat soup and eat bread and pretend that I don't exist for a couple of hours, and then I'll come back and we'll start again. Am I Thanks a lot. Let's say